Hey guys, it's me. This is a new series I'm working on, so welcome. If it's not your thing, you can scroll down to the next thing on your feed, but I would like to say that I am well aware that we don't need any more content, especially from cisgendered straight white males, so. My face just screams tired narrative. My ancestors probably had a lot to do with writing history, and it's getting horrible reviews, so. But yeah, right now the internet has, an infinite selection of super relatable videos. TV is in its third golden age. The last thing we need right now is more content. It's exhausting. We don't need me on the menu, is what I'm trying to say, and I get that. But I already committed myself to being an entertainer, so it's this awkward thing where I kind of have to keep talking, even if there's no audience for it. So part of me thinks I should have just gone to school to be an X-ray technician or something. But, I'm not going to stress about it because it's too late to turn back. I am 29 years old, and I've already, paid too many opportunity costs, or I've invested too much to feel like I'd be competent at anything else at this point. If you're asking yourself why I feel compelled to make this series, stick around. We're going to talk to an Enneagram specialist. But first, a word from me to potential sponsors. If you want to promote your product or service, one option you have is to sponsor the show. At the time of this taping, I only know a handful of people who will tune in regularly, and they're friends and acquaintances for the most part, but I can give you all of their information so you have a better idea of how to target them with your ads. I'm not without hope. This could reach a wider audience since I'll be doing a lot of topical stuff and posting regularly. I'm hoping it won't get too political, but if it does, I don't want it to be too polarizing. I like to unify people with laughter. Here's an example.
It's an accident of birth, and they know it too. Everybody knows it. That Lee Greenwood song, God Bless the USA, have you ever noticed it has the term "at least" in it? I'm proud to be an American, where at least. I know I'm, I don't know. If I applied that kind of swag to my girlfriend, I'd be like, I'm proud to be in this relationship where at least I'm not alone.
So if you have any advertising inquiries, just email me at themereport@gmail.com. Welcome back. Hey John, can you introduce yourself to the viewers?
Oh yeah, my name is John Luckovitch, and I've been a friend of Alex's since we were in high school. We both grew up in Atlanta together, and I'm an artist living in Brooklyn, but I've been
John actually drew my whale tattoo. Could you give them some credentials? I wouldn't know where to start with that.
I've been studying this Enneagram personality thing for 10 years, and I've started to teach it. You
diagnosed me the other day. I'm a 7 social, and all the stuff that you were saying really resonated with me and kind of spoke to why I'm doing this. So can you kind of get into that for them?
Sure. So I've been studying this system called the Enneagram of personality for a long time. The Enneagram, Ennea just means 9. It has ancient roots, but it's a way of looking at what captures our attention. And there's 9 basic personality types. So Alex, you are a social 7. Out of the 9 types, there's 3 based in the body, 3 based in the heart, and 3 based in the head. 5, 6, and 7 are mental types. So as a 7, there tends to be a lot of energy, enthusiasm, tend to be very gregarious and outgoing, easily pick up new things. But the problem that can develop for a 7 is that they become, there's too much on their plate, because it's sort of like I want to taste and sample a little bit of everything, but I don't have a lot of discernment about what is really going to be the thing that's going to satisfy me. All kinds of projects or hobbies or interests, I end up putting a whole lot on my plate, and I can't really balance it and negotiate very well. So what happens is I kind of half-ass it here, or half-ass it there, or I kind of do a sloppy job here, and then I go into the next thing. And it can be kind of a series of anticipating what's coming instead of being really in what I'm doing.
I'm not trying to half-ass this project, John, if that's what you're getting at. Was that what you were getting at?
Well, there's always that possibility. But with the 7 personality, it's about how do I really engage what I'm doing in the moment. Usually when 7s are really in the moment and they're really devoting their attention and energy to what they're in the middle of, it ends up being extraordinary.
Okay, now we're cooking.
sevens are amazing at sort of taking what for most people can be something sort of common or mundane and really opening up and blowing it up and making it novel and engaging and fascinating.
Yeah, this is more like it.
But it's when they're willing and able to invest that time and energy. And in any process, you come into different points where the energy is more flowing and sometimes where it's more stuck. And the danger with the 7 personality, so to speak, is getting anxious or wanting things to move when things are in a kind of stuck place. And so we talked about the social 7. There's 3 basic instinctual drives, and the 9 types and the 3 instinctual drives blend in a certain way to create 27 different types where you become more identified with either the self-preservation drive, the drive for my physical well-being and safety and having my biological needs met, the sexual drive, which is the drive to get people's attraction. It's not like lust, but it's the drive to make people interested in me, sexually attracted. And then there's the social drive, which is the drive to be related and to connected to others. And so when the 7 personality comes together with the social instinct, there's a way that I'm trying to offer something to people that that's inspiring, that's that there's something that I can bring out of all the shit and the muck,
Yeah,
and I can
sounds like me.
and sort of offer a new possibility, way of engaging with it that's you know, can be like an entertainment or humor or whatever, but it's something that's it's like re-gifting the moment in a certain kind of way.
Yeah, I love it. That's what I'm doing here. I mean, that is exactly what I'm doing here. I am taking current events, which are very dark. It's like a me-centric current events vlog where I'm kind of, I'm taking the news and then I'm filtering it through me to I'm making like a truth-based escapism product.
Yeah.
I also wanted to be kind of like a community because I feel like, especially men our age, or I read an article where we isolate ourselves and we get kind of lonely. So I wanted this to be kind of like a community. I don't do Reddit, so
totally. Yeah. No, I think that there's a sort of pressure at this point in time of trying to form a different kind of identity, especially an identity of how I provide something for my life or a context for my life moving forward. And given our economic situation and our weird, super hyper social media, it has this sort of leveling effect. So on one hand, it can be very empowering. On the other hand, you can get lost in the shuffle. So yeah, absolutely. There's a way that it's hard to find our contribution and hard to find, you know, and it's not just men, it's everybody, I think. There's a way that we're all trying to find what can we contribute when there's 7 billion people on the planet.
Exactly, yeah. All right, thanks, John. Let's hang out. I don't know, let's hang out later this week or something.
Totally, and thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. All right, bye. Okay, so I'd love it if this show could be kind of like an interactive oasis on your newsfeed where you can kind of just rest your eyes for a few minutes and then leave a comment that I will read and consider and probably use to shape the destiny of the show. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm not looking to give off some like cheap millennial vibe here either. There's no green screen. This is drywall. These are vintage posters. Try to make it like a timeless type thing. I plan on growing a lot with this project, so I'm really hoping you can be a part of that. Full disclosure, I am saying this stuff because I read an article online about how to build an online community, and it said that you should curate conversation and encourage participation. It also said that you should encourage competition. I don't really know the direction I want to take with this show, so if you guys could submit what you think the mission statement should be for this show by, let's say, 11:59 p.m. on April 30th. Does that sound good? So get on that, and yeah, I'll review all of them, and I will announce the winner, adopt the mission statement, and I don't know, the winner might get like an honorary producer credit too, so that's cool. You can put that on your resume. At this point in the program, I would interview an entertainer, but I don't have one this week. It's the first week, so I am going to play a clip from an unofficial Dr. Doom fan film that I starred in called Von Doom. It was directed by none other than Ivan Kander.
I'm sorry I failed you. Again. Father.
So yeah, that was me playing 22-year-old Victor Von Doom, parting ways with my father, who was played by Scott Cummings, and I'm passing through a portal that takes me from 1965 Latveria to 1976, what was it? A science lab. And I guess you saw how emotive I can be on screen. Definitely more emotive than Robert Redford was in that new Netflix movie, The Discovery. Did you see that? He phoned it in. He really phoned it in. So where was I? So yeah, I don't know, playing a 22-year-old is pretty cool. 22 is a cool age. It's the only age past 1 where the number of digits in the number is the same as the digit that composes the number. So like 1, 1 and 1, 2 2s and 22. I guess, you know, science could possibly get us to 333, but I don't expect that to happen in my lifetime, and if it does, I don't expect to have the influence to buy, you know, life extension or immortality, unless I get these views up a lot. So like and share if you want this brand to exist in the distant future, but otherwise, no worries. So yeah, I guess I'm done. I didn't really write any closing remarks, but feel free to make some if you want in the comment section. Thank you.